everybody, it's Rod Strikes checking in tonight, and we're going to be looking at my very first build video as far as NBA 2K25 is concerned. So right off the bat, you can see here, this is a power forward. This is definitely going to be what I call a stretch playmaking build. Right here, you can see from some of the potential stats that this one right here has a lot of different things in each category that it can get to. So without further ado, just going to kind of explain some of the actual parts of the template here. So of course, this is the highest height that you can go to at the power forward position in this year's game, which is 7 foot. We're going 223 to get a little bit more speed. I definitely know that there needs to be a balance between speed and strength and all of the stats in this game. And of course, like, you know, the lighter you are, this is just my theory, the lighter you are, the quicker you are able to get to certain animations compared to being a heavier, bulkier guy who can kind of get more physical stops in this game. So we're definitely going with a little bit of a lighter build, but we still can make a lot of plays. I'll get some highlight footage added into here as well to kind of highlight that. So 7 foot wingspan, because we do need to get the 3-ball and mid-range as high as possible here. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So it's already pre-made. As you can see right here, we have an 88 close shot. That's going to come by default. If you're at 7 foot and have a 93 mid-range like this here, you were going to have that 88 close shot by default. As you'll see, if I take that down, it automatically drops with it. So also, as you can see, the 92 is very good for certain shots and just certain kind of abilities with the player, but also you get dead eye at 92 mid-range, but go for 93. Set shot specialist is a badge that you just cannot sleep on. As you already may know, pretty much once you go past the height, I believe it was 6'10", I think Shifty Shooters for 6'11" actually. Either way, once you go into the 7 foot realm, you only got 3 shooting badges to choose from anyway, so try to get them as high as you possibly can. I know we got a lot of the bigs that are gonna just be settling for silver and even bronze in some situations, but this one right here, like we talked about, is a stretch, so we're gonna make that happen. 84 3-ball is what I settled upon here, just because upon testing with the jump shot that I'm using, 84 3-ball is working perfectly fine. And you know what, I'll actually even share the jump shot as well in this video, just to kind of help give you guys a quick jump start. So let's go back into the finishing. As we see right here, we have an 80 driving layup. That's going to give you silver physical finisher. Slept on badge for some people, like as far as like trying to understand like why are Bills able to go down there and finish on bigs or finish on their checks, that it looks like tight contests and, you know, all kind of things, but they're still greening. Reason why is because of that badge. If you have that and a decent amount of strength, you're gonna make things happen. So definitely go ahead and get that there. Drive and dunk 80 is going to be for the fact that it does give you a lot of decent dunks at 80. You can actually boost this a little bit higher if you want to kind of drop the drive and layup. I'm not going to mess with that variation, but if you just want to see here, you can go up and get all the way to 84. Gives you a few more dunk packages there, but more or less, I just like the layup. I like to have like a fully balanced finishing build when it comes to something like this, because as you can see, we do have a 73 ball handle, so he can kind of make some plays too if people try to overplay things as far as from him shooting from range. So moving right along, standing dunk at 81 is going to give you silver rise up. That's going to be a very good badge, and also does give you the ability to get standing contact dunks as well, so you will get that with your build. Even though with the 80 you don't get driving dunks or contact dunks from the driving packages, but either way you'll get a lot of good animations with that, followed by an 87 post control. As you can see here, it's going to give you Hall of Fame post fade phenom along with gold post up poet. Silver post powerhouse is very good too, so that's something that won't be slept on, especially if you're running a lot of screens on plays and getting mismatches. These right here are going to be excellent things to have as long as you're going to be playing like a 5-out. So speaking of playing as far as like pick and roll and stuff like that and getting down there and getting mismatches, another thing that this build is going to be really good for is simply throwing out whenever double teamed or whenever people come to help with this 94 pass act. Reason why is because bailout being on gold with this build is vicious. I only have it on silver. I made this build, but I'm already seeing that even on silver, this thing is just killing people as far as the speed and the overall accuracy. And this does give you the highest possible passing style in the game as of right now with Luka Doncic at 94 pass act. You can also make variations to this build and get that even higher, or of course lower it if you don't feel like 94 is something that you need for your playstyle. By all means, lower it down to 85 or even 87. I believe 87 is going to give you gold break starter. Yes, it does. So like I said, you can even lower it down to there and still be good to go. I went with 73 ball handle due to the fact that that actually gives you all of or most of Kevin Durant's dribble style or dribble packages on this game here. So you definitely want to have that. And even though 73 ball handle by itself does not give you silver unpluckable, that is coming from the post control being at an 86 or above. So that's going to be a very good combination to where if you do get rebounds, at least on the defensive side or the offensive side there, you won't have to worry about instant plucks happening from other bigs that might have like a 73 or a 67 steal down there, which we're seeing a lot of this year. Speed with ball at 48 is not going to do anything super impressive, but you do get the normal dribble style, which I'm going to tell y'all right now at 7 foot. And with all the capabilities that you have as far as with finishing and with the mid-range, don't sleep on it. Please equip normal dribble style with that 40 plus and just see what it does for you. So moving right along into defense, we got 82 interior. Reason why is that's going to give us silver post lockdown, silver paint patroller, and silver off-ball pest. All very good badges for somebody that's going to be playing the 4. You're not creeping into major back-end territory, but I can tell you now that 82 interior mixed with that 84 block, and just even though it looks like it's low, that 75 speed gives you a chance for a lot of good chase down animations. I was playing in the rec earlier, and trust me, a lot of people thought they had me on the first step due to my height, and I gave them a quick surprise at the rim. So you definitely want to invest in your interior and invest in the block with this build. Unfortunately, we can't get a steal on this one because we went so high into the shooting and finishing, but either way, we still got a decent perimeter defense with a 62, which gives you a movable enforcer on bronze. And the trick to this one is that is a tier 2 badge. So if you get the tier 2 max plus 1 badge perk, you can actually upgrade that to silver, which I would highly recommend until maybe some of your other tier 2s get upgraded all the way there. And another badge that is counting as tier 2 in this one that people might sleep on is Dimer. So once you get Dimer to Hall of Fame, no matter whichever method that you go to get it, once you get that to Hall of Fame, you can use the tier 2 max plus 1 badge to throw that to Dimer on Legend. Kid you not, guys. If you're going to be a person that's going to be playing to kind of create for your teammates or play to just throw those breaks or do whatever else, Dimer on Legend can make a difference for some people that might struggle. Even if they don't have all their hot zones set to lethal yet, they're going to be knocking down as if they did. So moving right along, we got the 80 defensive rebound just to get box out beast and rebound chaser on silver. You could upgrade this a little bit more once again by taking down finishing if you want to get pogo on silver as well. All you need is an 83 rebound for that there, offensive or defensive. So that is something else that you can look into. Or of course, as you can see, you can actually put your block up to an 86. So it's a couple things you can play with on this build as well if this isn't exactly what you want to go with. Moving right along, speed of 75 is going to get you high flying denier on silver and a very good chance to get some solid animations at this height. Even though the wingspan is short, you would be surprised. 75 speed with 75 vert, for whichever reason, man, it just works out right now. I'm seeing that very well when you're playing at this specific height for this build. So whether it's me moving from block to block or actual in chase down scenarios, especially with current takeovers that you can get with this build, you're going to make people second guess those layups or even some potential dunks. Agility on 60 doesn't really get us anything, but that's just what I settled for. You just want to be as quick as you can be to kind of step back out and make people second guess shots on the offensive side of things. And 83 strength. Reason why I move 83 is to get brick wall silver. And also just for the fact that I'm still playing power forward, so you don't want to get bullied by everybody down there. So 83 strength is a pretty good ground to settle for. I usually go for about 86 and above when playing at the 4 or 5, but either way, 83 will definitely get it done. 75 vert is just going to be good enough, I feel like, for a lot of good jump animations when you're trying to get rebounds. Even though the rebound is only an 80, trust me, you'll be surprised. That thing is going to get you a lot of quality rebounds in those situations there. And also even for the blocks, you're going to get a lot of good things to go to. And also with the 75 vert mixed with the 80 driving dunk, your activations for your dunks, even though you're a bigger guy, will come from way further out than what you think. So that's pretty much the dream, not dream build, but that's going to be this build in a nutshell. So let's go ahead and see what the actual name is for this one here. We got shades of Banchero, Karl Anthony Towns, and Jabari Smith Jr. here. And let's see, we are going to get a two-way diming 3-level threat. So once again, I already have this build made, so I'm not going to go through like the virtual builder and all that kind of stuff like that, but I will just show you guys what it's looking like real quick. Let's go into here, and it was the last build I was playing on. So like I said, let's talk about jump shot real quick. Just gonna show it. Go to animations. And this is the current jump shot that I'm using. This can go for any big, any person that has a build that's at least 6'10" or taller with a 90 mid-range. or 90 mid range or higher, you can basically equip this jump shot. So let's go here. Very straightforward. It's going to be Michael Porter Jr. for the bass, followed by Jabari Smith for the upper release 1 and Michael Porter Jr. for release 2. At this point here, you can see I have it set to push for the visual cue. Release speed is set to quick, and we have the animation blending for 36% on Jabari Smith and 64% on Michael Porter Jr. And you can already see for the shot attributes, guys, this right here is going to get you a very good overall jump shot. Not too quick. It's actually going to be very easy to hit. I know a lot of people are dealing with jump shots that seem to be too fast. You're getting a lot of errors with the timing for the jump shot, so definitely roll with this one here and you should be good to go. Another big thing about this build that I already jumped straight into, if you go to badges here, even though set shot specialist only goes to Hall of Fame, technically speaking, you can use the max +1 to put it to legend. That's what really separates this build. You can get that set to legend and you still have other badges like Deadeye and everything else kicking in at a pretty high level. Let's go ahead and go up to Deadeye right here. As you can see, once we get that all the way up, I'll have Deadeye on gold and set shot specialist on legend, shooting at the 7-foot height. That's going to be pretty tough to stop for a lot of players, especially, excuse me, especially when we have a lot of people switching and they're going to be like 6'5" and under as far as those people trying to catch up to you and get a closeout on those shots. In the tier 2 section, like I talked about, working on Diamond right now, we're going to get that to Hall of Fame, and then I can actually go here into badge perks and upgrade that badge to legend as well. So in case you guys don't know, if your badge can unlock and max out at at Hall of Fame, you can actually upgrade it to the legend tier status inside of this badge perk setting here by using a max +1. You unlock these in the season pass. You will get the tier 2 badge perk at level 15 and then the tier 1 badge perk at level 30. So definitely do your thing to get to those if you haven't already inside of that season pass, because it can definitely turn your build from being an everyday person to a top tier player overnight at that point. So the beginning of this video, but yeah, you guys go ahead and try this out, and if you're looking like this build is looking good based off what you see in the builder, drop a like for me on the video here, and of course leave a comment if you decided to make some alterations to it and come up with something that you feel is better. I'm always looking to see better builds. As you guys might know, I have already 10+ in the game, so yeah, just let me know what you guys figure out. So once again, thank you guys for watching. Have a good night.